Hi there, this is Business with Dave. In this video, I'll be telling you why you shouldn't be starting your business, which is normally the complete opposite of all my videos. All my videos, I'm encouraging you to start a business. But there are so many points where if you just cannot do it, you probably shouldn't do it. And I think if you could say yes to all these points, that yes, you can do it, and yes, you can do it, and you can afford to do it, you have time, then that's great. But if you can't, then you should really reconsider, because businesses take time, businesses take effort, and if you don't have a lot of these skill sets and stuff like that, and you're not prepared to learn and do it, it's just not worth point doing it. So before I jump to these points, I want to thank everyone who has subscribed to the channel. You guys are all awesome, and if you haven't already, do subscribe at the end of this video. It'll be much appreciated. And yeah, let's jump straight into these points. So firstly, if you have the money, if you don't have the money to start your own business, it's gonna be hard. I think when you have a small business idea and it doesn't require too much money and you can use some of the savings into it, then that's great. You should definitely go ahead and do it. But if it's something that's gonna cost 5 grand, 10 grand, 20 grand, if you wanna start a shop, that's about 50 to 100 grand maybe as well. That's a lot of investment money. I think if you do want to do that, you're going to need to save up and then plan a lot closer and plan a lot further. But it's not impossible. But when you think about on a smaller scale, if you have that money and you can invest that money, it's great. You can start your own business, that's no problem. But if you run out of money and it doesn't make enough money, that becomes a massive issue. If you don't have enough money to run your day-to-day, you technically don't have a business. So do make sure you have an investment pot money that you can invest into. If you have a great idea, you can just start small. You don't have to start from 0 to 100 straight away. Start from small, start up maybe like a home business, maybe do market stores, sell online before you go into a fully fledged store. Because sometimes you don't even need that store, you just need that customer base to keep coming back, whether you're making it at home or you're selling into market stores. So you don't necessarily need a big pot of investment money, but having some money in order to pay for stuff, your costs, your labor, your rentals, your equipment and stuff like that is pretty essential to starting any business. So do you have enough money? If you don't, save up until you then can start. The second thing is time and effort. I think easily the most expensive thing that you can value, or something you should take with value, is your time. If you don't have the time and you can't put the effort into your business is not going to progress. And I think that's so important. Treat your business as like a baby. You're going to need to put the time and effort. You're going to need to nurture it. You're going to have to care for it in order for the baby to grow, and for it to grow stronger, to be able to walk, to be able to run, to be able to do everything. So that's exactly what your business is going to be like. If you don't have the time, that's singularly the most important thing, the thing that you can't actually put a price to. Is your time worth doing? Is the opportunity cost in your favor? Because if you could be doing something else, do something else. But if it's this business that you want to do and you have the time and you got the effort, you're not just putting part-time time into it, you're actually fully focused into it and putting your mind into it, then your business will be able to flourish. But if you don't have the time, you don't have the money, you don't have the effort, then it becomes quite difficult, because your business won't be able to progress, and it's hard for you to build up a customer base if you're not consistently performing on a regular basis as well. So your product or your service is sort of a certain level, a certain quality, and it sort of dips, then customers might feel it and you might not be able to get those customers back, and it might be harder to get customers as a result. So do make sure you have the time and effort put in. If not, find the time. If not, don't do it at all. So these are the 2 points that you should take from time and effort. The third thing is support. If you do have the help of your friends and family in the beginning, that's great. If you only can do it yourself and you have the time and effort, do it yourself. But if you do require a lot of people and the operation is a bit more larger than you think, if you don't have the recruitment support, the training done, then your business won't run smoothly. I think when your business doesn't run smoothly and it's a bit rocky, whoa, I could tell you from experience, it's really up and down. Your moods will go up and down because stuff will go wrong, stuff don't go right, but it doesn't go out smoothly. It becomes problematic in the future. So do consider the support that you want to be able to get, and if you get it from your families and friends who can volunteer their time, then that's great, because then they could help you build out a business. But if you don't have that help and you're doing it by yourself and you don't have the time, again, your business won't progress. And I think when you put in the time, you put in the effort, you have the support of your colleagues, or you recruit someone who will be able to do a job, that is so essential for all successful businesses. Businesses are not run on individuals, they are run on teams. So do consider talking to your friends and family, what they could help you with, if they can help you as well, and hopefully you can work together and build out a business. If you don't, then maybe you need that bit more time to reevaluate your business idea, plan it differently, have less people, put more time invested into it. There's so many ways you can come with doing it. It's just really down to you and knowledge that you have and what you want to try to achieve. So do consider support as a very important, essential ingredient if you do want to start a business. If you don't, you probably shouldn't. My fourth point is a vision. If you don't have a vision where you want to take a business, maybe a goal or an objective, then you could be going a bit aimlessly. And I think when you're a bit aimless, you don't feel like you have a motivation, you don't have a purpose, it's very hard to get up in the morning and do your job or do your business thing. And when you have a motivation, you have a goal set in your mind, this is how much I want to make a day, I am working towards this a month, and I want to be able to build up another shop or a store and have this amount of X sales. These are goals. These are goals that hopefully with gradual improvement you'll be able to work towards. But it's also something that is a bit more grander. It's not just you doing it for the sake of you doing it. You are doing it for the business, to be able to do it for your customers. Offer that product, that service, in order to get those customers coming back. Which is super important because these are the lifelines in order to keep a business going. So if you have a vision, you have a sort of motivation where you want to see the business at in a year's time, 3 years time, or 5 years time. When you have a bit of a lack of vision, you have no idea what you're doing, you're a bit like going blindly into walking into a maze. You have no idea what's going on. So do you have a vision before you're starting? If you don't, take time to think about one. Where you want to take your business, what can it potentially progress into, and then work from there. And my fifth and final point is whether you have a solid product or service that people actually will want to buy from you. If you don't, and your idea is not really well thought out, then no one's going to buy from you. You won't have a business. There's literally no reason to start a business if your value is zero. So do make sure your product and your services serves a purpose, solves a problem, it's got multiple, hopefully, USPs that people can associate your products to your brand and why they should buy from you and not from someone else. Make sure pricing is good and that it's not too expensive, that prices people out, and it's not too cheap, that people perceive the quality as low. It's the balancing act, but it's having a good portfolio of products maybe and services that you can talk to customers, build that customer loyalty, and that's where a business really thrives. When you don't have that and you have a crap product, your service is terrible, people are not going to come back. 100%. They may use you once, one time, they never come back. You want them to keep coming back because that's repeat business. I speak a lot in my videos about loyalty, repeat business, talking to your customers, building relationships. This is no different. Build your relationships. They will keep you going and keep supporting you if you keep providing consistency and it doesn't falter. But honestly, honesty, transparency, so much stuff to hit on, but if your product is not good, customers won't buy it. Product's not good, you won't have a business. So do make sure your product is solid. Make sure you have like a good original standout product or service, and then you can branch out into other stuff. But do make sure your focus, your main product or service is rock solid and is 9 out of 10, you are better than other people, and that there's reasons why people come to you and not someone else. That's for this video, guys. Hope you found this video useful. If you did, like this video and consider subscribing to the channel. We'd love to see those subscribers go up like always, and I know they are, so thank you so much. And I've been Business with Dave. I'll see you next video. Take care.